Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. All right, who do we have in chat here? We have got Kayla. She says, hey, Emily and everyone. I'm watching the Grampy, so I will be in and out. Sounds good, Kayla. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to up this just a smidge here. And we got Ariane. Hello, Ariane. We've got Kimmy. Hello, hello. Joe Beth. Hello, Joe Beth. Barbara says, hello again, Emily. I'm very happy to follow this stream with you. Well, Barbara, I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Crystal, hello. All right, awesome. Well, I haven't posted in much because I worked on these late last night. But I did, these are my top 3. And today we are going to do lovely Laura's little illustration here. Stream is begun. Yes, hi, Kimmy. But before we get into that, so as most of you know, I canceled stream on Monday, and part of that was because I had family visiting. Oh, that's not in focus at all, is it? All right, hang on. Let's fix that. So with me today in the same room is my mother. Hello, mother, say hi.
Hello, everybody.
So my mother is here. She may occasionally commentate, but she's gonna hang out with us as well. But yeah, in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and get started on Laura's picture. And I thought a lot about what we were gonna do. Now, you can see here, mine's actually printed a little bit bigger. I mean, in comparison to my hand, this is, what, 3 by 3 inches each square is. So keep in mind, if yours is smaller, don't feel bad. Oh, hi, Philip. If you can't, like if you're following along, if it's not exact, because mine is larger, so I have a little bit of space to work with. What I did is I took this to a local print shop and I resized this on my computer and I printed it out to, Crystal says, hi, Emily's mom.
Hello, Crystal.
And I printed this out on a, hi, Ria, welcome. Kimmy says, hi, Mom.
Hi, Kimmy.
I printed this out on a 12 by 18, 120 pound cardstock because I just wanted a little bit more room to work with. So if you're looking, hi, Isabel. If you're looking, so this is my pencil size of the Artezas. So it gives you a little bit of an idea to gauge how big it is. So anyway, yeah, I printed mine a little bit larger, so I have a little bit more space to work with. But yeah, so that is what we're gonna do for this one. So let's zoom on in. Pencils we are using today. We are going to be using the 120 count Arteza color pencils. We've got our handy color chart, which if you have the 120 or you just want the chart, I posted this in the Facebook group yesterday. So there is a blank 120 chart that has all of the highlighted ones for the new ones. And this is in the order that is on the lid in the box. So if you need this chart, this is in the Facebook group in the files. If you don't have the 120 and you are interested in the 120 size, you can type !Arteza pencil, and that will give you a link to Arteza's website. So if you are wanting to get them, I know we had a lot of sales and everything, but in the description below, I have a 10% off coupon that you can also use. Oh, awesome, Kimmy. I'm so glad. You're going to love them. So yeah, there's a 10% off coupon if, unless there's a better sale. I actually haven't been on Arteza's website today, so I don't know if they still have Cyber Monday stuff going on. But anyway, there's a 10% off coupon there for that. And for those that are new to chat, if you're ever curious what we are coloring and what tools we're using, you can type !Tools or !Illustrator or !Book. And that should give you all the information that you need. And there, so you can type !Arteza pencil for the link, and then book here in a little bit. You can type !Advent, which will give you the link to Isabel's website, which is where you can download the Magical Advent calendar. So feel free to check those out. Let's see, Coloring Park, hello, Bo. She says, hello, Emily, and hello, everyone. I'm washing bottles and cleaning before my parents come, so I'll be saying and listening. I'm glad I could make the live stream. Me too, and today is Beau's birthday, so I think that warrants a little birthday song. So, Beau, this is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Jazz hands. Oh, thank you, Beau. Yeah, these ones are what I was working on last night. There we go. And I used the Arteza. I'm planning on using the Arteza pencils for every single one. But what I really like about this is you get such a wide variety of illustrators here, so you get a chance to practice a little bit of everything. Not saying watching. That's okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and dive on in. We're gonna get nice and close here. Anytime, Beau. It's my favorite birthday song to sing. All right, so I want to, normally I would do the face first because I'm usually excited about that. Thanks, JoBeth. But I am gonna go ahead and do the hat today. And I had an idea to do it in kind of like a galaxy kind of print. We'll see how well that works. I mean, it's a small space, so I should be able to do it. Although I did not hunt down my white ink before I did this. Let me check real quick. Oh, there it is, perfect. All right, I've got some white ink here, and I've got a brand new tiny little brush. Let's see, Lucy says, hello, so glad you're back. Just been catching up with your streams on my days off. I got the Arteza 72 count on Black Friday and I love them. Awesome, Lucy. Yes, I am glad I am back too. I was so tired of not feeling well, but yeah, isn't it, Rhea? This one was done by our own Laura Rafferty here. She also has an Etsy store with a book called Circle Portraits, which is this one right here. She is a wonderful, wonderful illustrator, just absolutely super talented. That what she can do with drawing faces just blows my mind. And in fact, later on in the month, there is a bonus illustration. Let me grab my other ones real quick, 1 second. I accidentally buried it. Okay, here we go. Excuse the rustling here. I have my other prints in a bag here. So give me one moment. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the calendar, there's enough for every day of the month, plus a couple extras at the end. Hi, Bev, welcome. So we've got, so this one goes all the way up to day 12. So we've got Laura's up here, Clara Markova, Jen Katz. Then we've got Hannah Carlson. Like, it's so amazing. Like, Isabel, you did so good. I can't believe you were able to get in touch with so many illustrators. It's amazing. Hi, Andrea. Welcome. But we've got Clara Markova, Jen Katz, Hannah Carlson, Lala Gonzalez, Christina Nowak, excuse me, Christine Karen, Nina Stagner, Peta Hewitt. Peta's wonderful. She's got a great YouTube. You should check it out. And then for our second one, Kimmy, thank you so much for that super chat. That's so funny. It showed up on stream before it showed up in chat. But thank you so much, Kimmy. What a great way to start the day. Seriously, can we get some exclamation point hypes in chat for Kimmy? Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Rhea. Kimmy, you're awesome. Thank you. And then day 13, we've got, want to follow your tutorials, but I think oh, other cats in here. Hang on 1 second. Come here, kitty. Kitty's he's gonna knock things over, so he is going to head on out. Go, and out you go. There we go. He was hiding under the bed, so I knew he'd make an appearance eventually. Right, Lucy? Isn't it? It's awesome. I mean, it's just like Isabel said. It's a gift from the community for the community, you know? So we've got Hannah Lynn. We've got Ruby Charm Colors. Maria Troll. I'm sure some of you will recognize these names from coloring books that are out. Then we've got Kim White, such a cute little gingerbread house. Dia Lenahan. Lena Furberg. And then we've got Fabrica Fantasy. Kirby Rosannes. He does like the Mythomorphia books. Oh, thanks, Kimmy. Then we've got me, which is day 21. That falls on, I think, a Saturday or Sunday. So we're actually going to do a special stream that day to color mine. And then we've got Jane F. Hawkins, Betty Hung, Millie Murata. I think a lot of you know her name. And then on the last page, we have, I want to say it's like Olivier, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Odorant, got a cute little snow globe. Right? The dragon is so cute. Hi, Claire. I am Claire. I am feeling absolutely wonderful. I am way past it. Nobody's been sick for weeks. Knock on wood. It's been wonderful. And for those of you coming into the chat, welcome. If I missed anyone, we have got a friend with us today who happens to be my mother. Say hello again, Mother.
Hello, everybody.
So she is going to be coloring along with us here. And then we got Tatiana oh my goodness, I'm tripping over words. Bogema. And then Carolina Kubikowska. I think that's right. So that'll be pretty cute. Hi, B. Right, Rhea? It's great. And then we've got Heather Valentin. We've got Jennifer Zimmerman, Clara Markova again. And then we've got Christine Karen, Peter Hewitt. I love her little simple illustrations. This is cute too. Another, these are the bonus ones. Another Peter Hewitt, Laura Rafferty again, and Laura Rafferty for an ornament. So I'm excited about this one. This will be fun. Bev says, hi, Emily's mom.
Hello, Bev.
Bo says, hello, Mother.
Hello. That was Bo?
Yeah, that was Bo.
Hello, Bo.
All right, I'm going to do one more thing again, chat. Sorry, the cat is desperate to get in the room. So I think as long as he stays away from the cords, we'll be okay. Because the parents are visiting at the moment, he's just pretty much wanting to stay in the bedroom. He's still warming up to them, so the idea of not being able to stay in the bedroom is very stressful for him. Okay, right, Kimmy? It's amazing. So anyway, so today is day number 4. We're gonna color Laura's. We're gonna try and do a galaxy pattern on the hat. For the stars, I've got this nice tiny little paintbrush, as well as this Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay White ink that we're going to use. That's not in focus. You can see it's a pretty well-loved bottle here. But this is what I use for a lot of my like star dots and everything, because it's nice and opaque, and I don't have to do multiple layers. And then I just get a tiny little paintbrush here. And it seems to do the trick. You know, you can tell it's still new because I haven't taken off the plastic cover on it yet. But it's perfect for that. Okay. Well, it is 9:11. We are not doing too shabby on time. So I say we go ahead and dive in. So we're going to do the 120 Arteza pencils. We may, potential other tools we might use will be, I've got my Sleechy metallic gel pens, which I'm not sure if they're still on sale or not, but let's see. I think I did exclamation point Sleechy. There you go. There's the link to the Sleechy metallic gel pens. We also have these glitter gel pens from Arteza, which unfortunately they are completely sold out of on their website right now. Apparently they were pretty popular, but they're super sparkly. So if you have them, we may end up using those as well. I'm not sure. Let's see. Bo says in Korea we call Friend's mother because we respect Friend's mother as their own mother. Oh, I like that, Bo.
Me too.
B says, loving the nails, Emily. Thanks, Bo. I'm really getting into nail stamping, and my cuticles could use some work, but this is the first time I was able to successfully stamp all the nails. So it's, you know, it's a work in progress, but I was like, I need, you know, winter theme. I don't know if you can see it, a little bit of glitter on them. So I decided that this is like my my Frozen themed nails. One more second, chat. I just gotta move something real quick. I apologize. I'll try to quit stepping away here. But along with the cat insisting on being in the bedroom, he wants to also knock many things over. Thanks, Kimmy. All right. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Hopefully the cat will chill out here for a little bit, and he will, thanks, Bo. He will relax a bit. All right, so we got our chart. Like I said, if you need a chart for this, this is in the files on the Facebook group, which you can type exclamation point Facebook. All right. All right, so I want to try and do a galaxy pattern on the hat. So I need some blues, some pinks, maybe a little bit of purple. So we are going to grab, let's see, 144. This is one of the new colors. And its name is Midnight Blue. Midnight Blue, we're gonna grab 103. It's funny, this 103 reminds me of the cerulean blue from the Prismacolor set, but also I think that the cerulean blue is number 103 on the Prismacolor set. Hi Tyler, welcome, welcome. Exclamation point. Oh, I off-clicked. Exclamation point late. There we go. All right, so we got a dark blue, a light blue. Now we need, let's grab number 86. There you go, you're never late. You arrive precisely when you mean to, which is Eggplant Purple. I mentioned the review, and I'm sure some of you noticed too. They changed a few of the names. So like Eggplant Purple used to just be Eggplant. So they added, you know, I mean, maybe for clarification, they added like green at the end of a lot of names, brown at the end of a lot of names, red, purple, that kind of thing. So I'm guessing it was mostly just for clarification, but you know, if it's less confusing for everyone. All right, we're also gonna grab number 81. Plum Purple. That sounds like a new name. Is that number 81? Oh, you know what? It was just called Plum before. See, it's throwing me. No worries, Tyler. You're good. Okay, so we've got... What do we want? Let's grab also a regular purple. So we're going to grab 88. And I'll line these all up so you can screenshot them, and then I'll add them to the list afterwards. But 88, and we're going to grab number 20, which I believe is Ube, if I remember correctly. Where is it? Number 20. There it is. Ube Purple now. Thanks so much, Kimmy. All right. I think those are all the colors. Actually, no. I take it back. We're also going to add in number 106, which is Aegean Blue, as well as, I think, number 17 or 66. They're fairly similar. We're going to get 17, which is Turquoise. All right. So here are our colors. All right, so we've got Eggplant, we've got Midnight Blue, Sapphire Blue, Plum Purple, Amethyst Purple, Ube Purple. Let's see if I can get this turned around here. Aegean Blue and Turquoise, okay? So feel free to screenshot that if you're watching, or if you're watching this back. I'll hold it here for just a second. These ones roll much more than the Ergosoft, so I'm gonna hold them. Okay, so those are our colors that we are going to attempt to use for the hat. We may or may not use all of them because, I mean, it is a small space. And just as a reminder, I printed mine off larger on a 12 by 18 size, so I have a little bit more to work with than printing it off on your standard 8.5 by 11. So if you're getting frustrated because if you're trying to copy what I'm doing, don't worry about it, just because we're working with a little bit of a size difference here. If you want to print yours larger, because most printers only take 8.5 by 11, I would just research your local print shops and give them a call and see what size they have. And then I resized my picture in Photoshop, but for very nice, Kimmy, love the brown sugar in half and half. Thanks, Barbara. Well, because I try to remember to post the colors, but I never remember... well, not remembered. I tried to convert in Prismacolor. Yes, Barbara. Color with Claire, I think, has a comparison list. I haven't been able to create one yet, but Claire, if you're still here, you have one, right? Pretty sure you do. And I think there's a link to Claire's comparison list in the Facebook group as well. But anyway, yeah, so I would just check, and most of the time, if it's a standard print shop, they can size it for you. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Like I said, my square in comparison is about a 3" by 3" is what I'm working with. Okay, let's see. Go. All right, we're gonna start with, let's see, probably our blues first. So, I thought I grabbed 144. Did I drop a pencil? Let's see. Oh, 144, midnight blue, there it is. Okay. Awesome, Barbara, awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do this like in just like little sections here. And so it'll all kind of look a little galaxy-y, and then we're gonna use our white ink to create stars. Okay, chat, this is actually, I have something very important to tell you. The cat has approached my mother. My mother was able to pet the cat. This is growth for the cat, chat. This is growth. He's literally 3 feet from her. I'm very impressed. All right.
He's purring.
He's purring? This is good. This is good. Maybe we just needed to force you guys to be in the same room. He's a very friendly cat, but he's just skittish around new people. All right, so we're going to use Midnight Blue first. And we're going real light because we're going to be doing multiple colors. If you go too dark, then you're going to end up with a lot of harsh lines. Now, also, when you're trying to figure out where to add your shadows, Laura did an absolutely awesome, Barbara. Laura did an absolutely wonderful job at adding her shading on here. So it kind of gives you a guide of where to start with your skin tones, where the shading should be placed on the hat. So a lot of times, if you just take the time and look at the drawing, it's going to tell you a lot about what you need to know. So my Midnight Blue is probably one of the darker colors we're going to use aside from Amethyst. And so I'm going to be using the Midnight Blue in a lot of these darker shaded areas. I know it's pretty traditional to do red or green, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different, you know? I did a lot of traditional kind of Christmas colors up here, but yeah, I just wanted to do something a little bit different. A little bit fun, you know? There we go. And like I said, I'm coloring real light. We're probably going to go over this with a second layer when we're done. Just to kind of reinforce a little bit. Okay. Alright, so that's it for the Midnight Blue. I think I want to go in with my Amethyst now. Normally I'd probably grab my lighter blue now and do the lighter color on the outside, but I want to make sure I can place my purple before I start filling in with the lighter colors. And like I said, for those of you that really like this illustration, Laura has an Etsy. She has her own book. But if you are not interested in the book, she also has downloads on her Etsy, which I had done. And it's wonderful because you can get it individually and then print it yourself, you know. So that was Amethyst Purple. Okay, number 88. All right, now we're going to grab our lighter blue, which is Sapphire Blue. And again, we're just going to go really light. And the reason I do this is I choose two of the colors because going from, you know, a dark color to another color, it doesn't fade nearly as well. And you want kind of like a smooth finish. So I'm using the Sapphire Blue as the second one. Thanks, Riette. Yes, very festive. So when I'm done with this blue, because I already have the purple down, we'll go ahead and grab Ube as our lighter purple color and add that. And then we've got a teal kind of color and an almost magenta color to fill in the rest. And then we will probably go back over it once more. And I kind of go over the previous color too, so it's not like I just go on the side. I love doing different colors for Christmas things. I did a Santa last year in black and put Bah Humbug on the hat. Lucy. Right, Andrea? Exactly. All right, so now we're going to grab Ube. Like I said, I know it's a little non-traditional, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different, you know? Okay. A little bit there. Hey, buddy. You coming up here? We've got a little visitor here. There he is. He's laying down on the lap. You can see there's his cattail. So as long as he's not chewing on my cords, I'm okay with him being here. Hey, don't be chewing on those cords. Not gonna do it. Let's see, we're gonna put, where's my cup? There it is. We're gonna use the cup to kind of prop these cords away from him. He has an affinity for cords. There we go. Here we go. He just wants some pets. Okay. If they would stay still in one spot, I could do like a cat cam. Hi, Alyssa. Welcome. All right, we're going to get her back in frame here. Okay, and he's just going to chill on the lap here, apparently. Okay, he's going to keep me warm. Speaking of warm, chat, so I ordered some boots on Black Friday. They're regularly like $35, and I got them for $15. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep them or not, but they arrived yesterday, and they're like, they're not Uggs, but they're kind of like that style. Anyway, my toes have never been so warm. Okay, so there is Ube. Kitty, yeah. Let's see. Oh, how old is he? He's only about 1.5 years, so he's pretty young still. See, I showered, got dressed, made my coffee. I'm late, but that's okay. No worries, see? Exclamation point, late. Kitty was on my lap. He has gotten down now. It's like he wants out, but he doesn't want to leave the room, so he can't seem to decide what he wants. There you go, Tyler. You're never late. You arrive precisely when you mean to. It's like he's unsettled. Oh, he's also trying to pull my headphone cords out of the computer. Usually he's not in here while I'm doing this, but he's so skittish with the visitors. He doesn't really want to go out there either. He just can't. He's a kitty. Oh, sorry. I'm also using Eggplant Purple right now. He's a kitty who can't make up his mind. The other one is most definitely out, though, because she just wants to knock down my webcam. We'll see how long that lasts with this one. He may end up doing the same thing. Okay. Like I said, we're just going real light.
Little Paul.
He's checking out Mother right now. Alright, so that was Eggplant. Now we're going to grab Plum Purple. Put that there. And you can go over on that blue a little bit because it'll make a little bit of a purpley color. Kind of make it all, you know, smooth it out. Make it a easy transition between colors. All right, so there's that pink. Now we're going to go ahead and use the Aegean blue, just kind of that bluish green color. Hi, Pat. She says, hi, Emily and all. Only here for a few minutes while on morning break for work. Sounds good, Pat. Thanks for popping in. We are working on day 4 of the Passionista Colorista Advent Calendar, and we are working on Laura's page. We're going to make kind of a galaxy hat here. I think I'm going to lower the exposure on this so you guys can get a bit more of the, there we go, a bit more of the true colors here. All right, now we're going to use turquoise. Last little white spots. Now that's a little bit more stark than I like. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, because I want that to blend, is I'm going to grab my Sapphire blue, which was the light blue color. And I'm going to kind of add a little bit of blue between the pink and the green. The idea is, even though we're using different colors, it'll be a bit more of a seamless blend, you know? Right, Pat? Yeah, it's wonderful. She did so awesome. It really was a gift to the community. I'm really enjoying it. I know there's, you know, other advent calendars and out there stuff, but I wasn't even like aware of them. And this is just, it's great too because it's all illustrators we know. We've got local illustrators and it's, yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. And like I said, it gives you a chance to try out a lot of new things, you know? Hi, Amy. So happy to finally made it to a live stream. Well, I'm so glad you're here. We are creating sort of a non-traditional Santa hat. I'm attempting to do something kind of in the galaxy kind of theme. All right, so now we're going to do our second layer. We're going to use Midnight Blue, and we're kind of just basically repeat everything that we did. Okay? So we're going to add some Midnight Blue here. The idea is we're just going to darken this up just a little bit. Not much. I'm still not pressing hard. But it'll give us a chance to maybe blend together some of those colors that aren't super smooth. Like I said, I'm using the Midnight Blue on a lot of the kind of shadowy areas. There we go. How'd you get the Advent calendar? Oh, Annette, great question. You can type !Advent. And can't wait to start mine this weekend. Need ink for my printer. Perfect. I'm getting to know all the artists even more. Exactly. So Annette, right there, !Advent will take you to Isabel's website, which is passionista-colorista.com, and there you can find the download for this calendar. She put it together, was able to contact all these other illustrators, and it's absolutely wonderful. And we're not all that far in, so it's easily, you know, you can easily catch up. I printed mine a little bit bigger, which is why they look larger. But it works on just printing from a 8.5 by 11. Right, B? Oh, kitty cat's back. He can't decide what he wants. Let's see. We're gonna see. There he is. Hi, kitty. There, he likes a good scratch. Yeah, and it's completely free, Annette. Just download and print. Like Isabel said, it's a gift from or for the community, from the community, and that's just absolutely amazing. And like I said, on the 21st, we will be doing a special weekend stream to be able to color my illustration on the 21st. All right, now we're going to use Amethyst Purple. Like I said, we're just going in the same kind of order that we were before. Yep, kitty's back. He just wants some scratches. He's relegated himself to the bedroom while we have guests here. And so he hasn't been doing his normal stuff. So I think he's a little desperate for some attention. I tried to get him to come out, but he would rather just hide away. But as the days are going on, he's getting more uncomfortable. He actually ventured out to the living room by himself yesterday. Right, Rhea? That's exactly what it is. It's a Christmas gift. All right, now let's see. We're going to go ahead and grab, that was Ube. We're going to grab Sapphire Blue. I'm doing the clock page in Johanna's Christmas. Oh, awesome, Melissa. Yeah, that one's next on my list after we finish the birds we're working on right now, which is what we're doing in the evening. Although, just as a reminder, I've posted it already, but just as a reminder, there is not any stream on Friday, and I apologize that I'm canceling twice in a week, but Monday was because we have family here. Friday, I'm having an art show at a local gallery here, and I kind of need to make an appearance. So Fridays will be canceled. So after today, our next live stream is going to be the following Monday at 9 a.m. Okay? And honestly, I think for morning streams, we're probably just going to work on this for whatever day it happens to be. Okay, now I'm grabbing Eggplant. So just an FYI, that is our plan. I don't want you guys to think I'm bailing on you or anything, but like I said, kind of need to make an appearance at that art show. Might look a little awkward if I'm not standing by my paintings. There we go. Ooh, getting cat hair in my face. All right, so plum purple. A little bit here. We're just kind of blending it all together. All right, let's zoom out and take a look at what we have. Oh, he's sitting down now. Here, we'll tilt it down just a little bit in case he pops his head up again. Okay, so we've got kind of the bluish galaxy colors on here. We're not going to add the stars yet, but what we do need to do is we need to add a little bit of contrast here. Now, when deciding what I want to do, because there's so many colors on here, I don't necessarily want to do green because it's just going to look like another color. Like I could do a dark green like Jade, but because I want something a little bit different. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. It's not a solo show. It's not a solo show, but what it is, it's like a Christmas kind of international show, and essentially they have a bunch of professional, non-professional artists, all local, and everybody puts in some pieces. So I've got like 6 paintings, I think, in the show, but it's a combination of like paintings, drawings, sculptures, photographs. Like it's a bunch of different stuff, and it's great because I get a chance to mingle with a lot of other local artists, and yeah, it's great. So anyway, what I am going to use for shading is a nice dark brown. Not a black, but a dark brown, because I still want to keep the richness of the color. I don't want to tone it down, but I also don't want to do green and have such a bright color detract from the galaxy workers. So, or from, not workers, from the galaxy colors. I said that as I was reading Isabel's I'm working on the clock on Johanna's Christmas, so I said workers instead of colors, because, yeah, I can word, chat. I can word. All right, so we are going to grab number 118, which is dark chocolate brown. This is so cozy, but I must go to dinner. This will be amazing. Oh, sounds good, Isabel. We'll have a good dinner, and I will post it to Instagram a little bit later, so you can keep an eye out for that. All right, so we're going to use dark chocolate brown, okay? All right, so we're going to use dark chocolate brown, and I want to use it in kind of some of the darker areas. Like I said, I don't want it to be so overwhelming. Okay, so we're going to put it here. In the corner. It's just I want to make sure that I'm keeping that contrast without losing a lot of the richness. And I may use a little bit of a more reddish brown here too, because this is coming out almost like a blackish color, and I don't necessarily want that. But like I said, I do want that pop. Have a good dinner, Isabel. All right, so like I said, that's coming out a little bit more black than I would like. So I'm gonna get a little bit of maybe a lighter, warmer brown. So let's grab number 60, which is hazelnut brown. And I've actually used this one quite a bit. This is also one of the new colors. All right, so we're gonna blend that a little bit here. There we go. Now we're getting a little bit more of a kind of red color. And I know I'm going in on it. But what we might do is I might take the eraser to that just a tad. But I also want to create that contrast around the edges. Okay. There we go. We'll add a little bit on the outside here. Now, since this is right here is a little bit too dark, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab one of my kneaded erasers. Kneaded erasers are a great way of picking up pigment without like creating streaks, or you can see the cat's poking up right here, without creating any kind of streaks or anything. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to form this. Here, let's get this in focus here. All right, so we're going to form this to a little bit of a point here so that we can be a tad more precise, okay? We're going to put this in focus here. And I think this is a Prismacolor kneaded eraser, but they're super handy. My kids like to play with them. All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna dab this area here, okay? And it doesn't rub anything, it doesn't mess with any of the colors, and you just lightly tap. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see there, see how there's a little bit of color on there? And it's lightened that edge just a little bit. Yeah, Lucy, I kind of am too. I sort of, you know, as long as you've got the multiple different colors on there, it tends to work out pretty well. And we can always go back over with the purple if we end up taking up too much purple. But the main idea was to take up some of this brown that ended up being a little bit too dark. Okay, so we pulled some of that up. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our amethyst purple. Okay. And we're going to add in some more of that purple here, okay? There's that ube, or not ube, there's the amethyst. Now we're going to add, his tail is twitching. I think he wants to play. All right, and then we are also going to grab Sapphire. Look at this cat, Chad. He's doing his own thing down here. What are you doing? What are you doing? He's not feeling playful at all. What are you doing, silly kitty? Hmm? I think he wants some attention. Yeah? You don't usually just stay here, but you're like squirming in the seat, so I know you want to play. You could just go out to the living room. You could if you wanted to. All right, so we are going to use Sapphire Blue now. I'm going to blend this. His tail is twitching so much. He would go nuts after a string right now. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of that blue over here. A little bit here. So we didn't use much of the teal, but just enough to add a little bit of a difference. Okay, then here. All right, so I think we are good on the hat for now. Now, I'm not going to add the stars until later because I don't want to smear the ink because I am notorious for doing that. We will also come back to the white of the hat because I haven't decided yet what I want to do with that. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to pick out some skin tone colors. And we are going to get started on her skin. So the question is, what do we want to do? Light skin, dark skin? What do I have for range? I've got so many range of colors. Well, I'm doing darker skins on my other ones. I suppose we could do light. Don't chew on that. Do not chew on that. That is not yours. It is mine. He's reaching out trying to chew on the thing. I'm thinking that brown hair would don't you chew on it. No bites, no bites. I'm afraid that the black would be a little bit, this is not yours. That the black would be a little bit bold on that. I think I'll keep it white. I think maybe we'll decide on the fluff when we decide the background. But I can't decide that. Ow, claws on the leg, claws on the leg. I can't decide that until I think we do her skin and her hair so that we can balance colors. Although I think what we will do is we're going to do her shirt in a bit of a galaxy tone also. So actually instead of, oh, kitty, you gotta get your claws out of my leg. He's so playful right now, but he's like refusing to go play. All he'll do is just sit right here. We're going to do her shirt sleeve real quick because I want to do that in the same galaxy print. You will leave those cords alone. You will leave them alone. All right. You're going to have to go down if you don't stop. Oh, there we go. All right. Mom's got a string. Mom's got a string. And there goes the camera. That was me, not the cat. It's nothing like a little chaos, right? Oh, goodness. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and do her sleeve real quick before we forget about our color combinations. Oh, right, Lucy? And normally he wouldn't. Normally I keep him out, but he's like refusing to be out in the main part of the house right now because he's acting so skittish. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and use Midnight Blue. And I'm going to go ahead and continue her shirt all the way down to the edge here. Okay. Thanks, Bethania. We're doing a galaxy kind of themed hat here. All right, then we're gonna grab Amethyst Purple. We're gonna add stars on a little bit later. Oh yeah. Oh, cause he's got the hat, the wizard hat. Mom was saying that the hat reminds her of the Sword in the Stone, like the wizard hat. And welcome to those that are lurking as well. Feel free to pipe up and chat if you like. Otherwise, just enjoy the coloring. And if anybody is curious what we're coloring, we are coloring the Advent calendar that our wonderful Passionista colorista put together. If you are interested in downloading it, you can type !Advent in chat, and that will take you to, that'll give you the link for Passionista Colorista's website. Color and chat with Joanna says, hey Emily, good morning, dearest. Good morning, Joanna. How are you? All right, let's grab our Sapphire Blue. Let's see, it's 9:45. We're doing pretty good on time. I really, really want to be able to finish this before we leave today. All right, and ube. Okay, just a little bit of ube because I want to make sure we have enough room to put a little bit of this eggplant, and then just a tad bit of teal. Like I'm just fitting in a minuscule amount. We're going to add a little bit over here too. Okay, so we're going to grab this pink here. Okay, there we go. And this is the plum purple here that we're using. We'll take in that just a little bit. And then, oh goodness, yes, get some sleep, Rhea. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks, Rhea. Well, I will post a finished picture when it's all done, so keep an eye out on Instagram, and I'll post it in the Facebook group as well. And we are using, for anybody here also, we are using the 120 set of the Arteza colored pencils. If you are interested in checking those out, you can type !Arteza pencil in chat, and that will give you the link to the Arteza website. If you are interested in purchasing them, I also have a 10% off coupon currently, coupon code that you can use on their website. All right, that green ended up a little bit too dark, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the kneaded eraser again. Great, I'm on day 3 doing my dove with the metallics. You coaxed me into getting, oh, awesome, Joanna. Oh, Beth Ann, there we go. I didn't even see that. Yes, I am using Arteza's Beth Ann. I am using the 120 set of Artezas. So we've grabbed a couple of the new colors, and it's great because we're able to kind of explore them a little bit. See ya, Rhea. Have a good night. Okay, so we're going to use hazelnut brown now. And then, like I said, if you don't have this calendar yet, it's completely free. Isabel worked super hard on getting this together for this. There's a ton of different illustrators on here, including myself, which my day is the 21st. We're going to do a special stream on that day for that page specifically. Anyway, just type in !Advent, and that will give you the link to her website. All right, chat, that is going to be it for the sleeve and the hat. I'm going to move these up here. And then we are going to pick some skin tone colors, okay? And I think I'm going to go with light skin and brown hair. We'll want to do a slight pinkish color for her lips, but it's great because since Laura's got her shadow, you know, her shading here, it gives you a little bit of idea of where you want to place those shadows. So we want to get some darker colors. Let's go ahead and grab... see. All right, we are gonna get 118, which I think I might have out already. Yes, I do. Okay, dark chocolate brown. I know, right? It's so, Laura is so good at capturing faces. Like, it blows my mind. Faces are the one thing that I just really struggle with. Like, I have never been able to get proportions right, like any of that. And obviously a lot of it is practice, but it just, you know, it's like people who can create music. It just blows my mind. Like, pulling those tunes out of their heads, it's just like, man, the talent, you know, just the pure talent. Okay, so 133, which is salmon pink. We're gonna grab that. And then, so this was salmon pink here. Then we're gonna grab 34. And just as a reminder, everyone, I printed mine off lighter, or larger, sorry, especially for new people coming in. I printed mine off larger, so my boxes are about a 3x3 size box. So yours are going to be a little bit smaller if you print them from a traditional computer. So if you get frustrated trying to fit in all these colors, don't worry about it. It's only because I printed mine off larger. I'm thinking of doing her in red hair and fair iris skin. Oh, that would be pretty. Oh, and that would be so like nice with like a green hat. That would be great. Okay, last color we're gonna grab is cream. All right, so I'm gonna roll these out here so you can screenshot them if you are watching this back, or if you're watching it now so you can save it for later. But I will also be putting these in the description below. So if you want to take a look at it later, I usually get the description updated within a day or so. Sometimes I'm a little late, but I try. All right, so we have got cream, peaches and cream, apricot, salmon pink, passion fruit red, and dark chocolate brown. And like I said, again, these are all from the 120 set. So if your names on your pencils differ a little bit from your 72 set, that's why, because they changed some of the names in the 120 set. And also as a reminder, I have a blank 120 swatch chart in the Facebook group, which you can type !Facebook. All right. See, everybody got that screenshot? Alrighty, and onward. I figured too, even if I don't have it there long enough, I mean, it's YouTube, so you can always pause it. Alright, we're gonna give some of these a sharpen because I have not used some of these yet. I'm gonna sharpen that up here. It's so funny, I haven't used like Prismacolors. Oh, that didn't work. I haven't used Prismacolors in a while, which is such a large collection of pencils. You know, it's 150. Doing this, you know, because I'm used to, you know, Ergosofts that has a smaller set, and so I'm not used to having so many choices. So it's been just a little bit of a struggle, just because I've got to look at it and think, okay, right? Yeah, thanks, Joanna. I did, I've been practicing with nail stamping, so this was like my Frozen theme. I did, you know, little blue snowflakes. I'm having way too much fun with it. The cat's cleaning his face, which tells me that he just got done eating something, but I didn't feed him anything. Should I be concerned? Hi, Abby. Welcome. We are getting ready to color her skin tone here. We're just giving our pencils a quick sharpen to get us started. Well, nothing on the computer turned off, so at least it didn't chew my corpse. That's my biggest concern. All right, let's zoom on in. Go. Oh, my ring got caught on the camera. All right, there we go. All right, so we are going to start with dark chocolate. And like I said, Laura did such a great job with her shadows that it kind of tells you where you need to go. Okay, so starting with the darkest parts, we are going to go ahead and add our dark chocolate brown. And we're coloring very lightly because we're going to build up layers. With skin tone, sometimes it's good not to have a super heavy hand in the beginning because it gives you leeway to, you know, slowly build up. Because it's a lot easier to fix something light and add other colors than to try to erase something you've already placed down. Arian says, if someone want the enlarged drawings, they can enlarge them and put less in each A4 page. There you go. Yeah, I've got Photoshop, so I kind of cheated. I just resized it.
Can you put the resizing on Facebook?
I could. I do have a 12 by 18. It's specifically for the print shop. So if you are interested in a 12 by 18, I'll have to talk to Passionista Colorista because I'm not sure if I can upload it at that another place. Bo says, okay, Emily, my parents are here. Have a great day with your mother. Bye, everyone. Bye, Bo. Thanks for coming. Everybody tell Bo happy birthday. Yeah, it's made it a lot easier for me, Joanna. Now, it takes a little bit longer to color it just because it's a bigger space, but I feel like I can do more with it because it's a bigger space. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're using Passion Fruit Red right now.
You chewed the string.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The cat chewed the string in half.
You don't want him near your cords.
Ah, I appreciate that. Mom is playing defense for me with the cat. I know it seems like it's a little red, but once we get our other colors on there, it'll all balance out. Like I said, just have a real light hand on this right now. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and use Salmon Pink. And again, real light, because this can be a bright color on its own. We don't need to use much. We're going to go over the other colors with it. Like I said, just kind of follow the contour that Laura has given you. And it'll help you know where to place your darker and light colors. I've said it before, but this song always reminds me of the Great British Baking Show. I feel like I should be speeding up or something. Alright. I'm not going to add too much of the salmon pink down here. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and use, let's see, which one was darker? Apricot. Yes, a nice rosy glow, exactly. Well, and if it ends up a little too red, we'll go over it with white a little bit. All right, so now we're using Apricot. Some apricot down here. He's okay in the window. There we go. I don't know what this little thing is there. Oh well, just dark point. Sometimes you can't help it. Smudge gets on the paper, you know. All right, so now we're gonna grab peaches and cream. Once again, we're gonna kind of go over everything previously, and then we'll kind of fade out slightly with our peaches and cream. Oh, I'm binging on Holiday British Baking Show later. I'm a baker of chocolatiers. That's my favorite. Oh, that's awesome. Perfect. Yeah, that's right up your alley. Also, baker / chocolatier, Joanna, did we just become best friends? All right. There we go. All right, now we're going to go ahead and use our cream. same. It looks a little bit more yellow now, but what we're gonna end up doing is actually going over this with white. You can zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see what we're going for here. All right, so now we're gonna grab our white. I'm gonna sharpen it a little bit because I do want to tone down that red. It is coming out a tad more red than I intended. But it's nice. That's what white is for. Well, not what it's for, but it's what I use it for. All right, so now we're gonna take our white. Okay, and we're almost gonna like kind of burnish the paper as well. And that'll tone down a little bit of the yellowness of the cream also. So I am pressing harder here. I know I was saying about light hand earlier here, but when it comes to this, I do tend to press. The other thing you could use if you didn't want to like chance using up a lot of your white, because you can see it's breaking quite a bit, you can also use a white Prismacolor if you've got a lot of those. And in fact, I might grab one so I can show you how that would work on it. Okay, here we go. This is a white Prismacolor here. Paul, that's not your picture. That's not yours. All right, so we're gonna use this white. Now I've already kind of burnished it a little bit, but it'll still work. It's just gonna lighten a bit more. The Prismacolors are just a little bit creamier, so they move the pigment around just a little bit more. You don't need to attack that paper. You don't. My favorite chocolate, definitely milk chocolate. I've tried dark chocolate, but it's just a little bit bitter for me. I've always wanted to try one of those chocolatier things where it's like you have the dessert on the plate and then there's like the chocolate shell on top of it, and then like you either pour like fudge on top to melt it, or you just like you get that satisfying like crack on top. I think that would be fun. Oh gosh, there's this guy that I follow on Instagram, Joanna. You probably find him entertaining if you do chocolatiering, but his name's like Amori, starts with a G. Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. He does a lot of really cool stuff. Now I want to pull it up. It's gonna bother me now. If I don't remember it. Let's see. It is Amori. Oh, Amori Guichon, I think is his name. And so he creates. Here, let me set this down here. He creates a lot of these kind of chocolatier things. I have a milk chocolate with Bailey's. It'll change your life. Ooh, nice. Now if only we lived closer. So he makes a lot of these kind of cool. He does a lot of like chocolate sculptures and stuff. And a lot of desserts. Like, look at this little thing. It looks like a mushroom. This King Kong thing, that's all chocolate. Like, it's intense what he can do. Like, he makes all these chocolate sculptures. Now, obviously, okay, that was a little TOS there. I didn't realize that was there. Apologize for that, chat. But the chocolate stuff he does is pretty cool. So this is like a Game of Thrones style one. He does like a dragon. Yeah. Wait, you know him? Like, know him, or you know of him? Because if you know him, that'd be awesome. All right, there we go. Oh, I'm on the good girl list. That's good to know. Okay, there. So we used the Prismacolor white, and we've toned it down quite a bit there. So it's nice and soft. And I think, honestly, with the shading that's already on there, I think we're actually probably good. Oh, but you know, we forgot to do the shoulder here. So let's use a little bit of dark chocolate here. Okay, and then we're gonna grab passion fruit red, just a tad, because we saw how red that came out before. But we're gonna tone it down with white here also. All right, and then salmon pink. Just a bit. Just a bit here. Okay. Then we're gonna grab Apricot. Here. There we go, Apricot. Really, Joanna? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, yeah, because I watch his stuff and it's just like, how do you even do that? Like, I guess it'd be one thing if like he got the chocolate all shiny like through the carving process. So I get that he has to like spray it down with that shine. But oh my goodness, like the detail, I would love to try his stuff that too. That's just, it's insane what he can do with it. It's so impressive. All right, and there's the cream. Like I said, that's a little bit bolder. So we're going to take our Prismacolor white like I showed you before. And we're going to go over this just a bit more. I like to use the Prismacolors, like I said, because Arteza doesn't sell open stock of their pencils yet. And so I hate to just like blow through a white on burnishing large sections. You know what I mean? Okay. So there is her shoulder. You know, it's still a little bit yellow. I'm going to add just a bit more white here. And I just press down harder and I blend just a bit more. There we go. Now, I think I want to add a little bit of that brown along the shirt line here, just so that there's a little bit more, not much, just a tiny bit. A little bit more of a contrast separation in the sleeve. Just a tiny, tiny bit. All right, there we go. And we're going to add, we're actually going to take this brown again, because this is what we were using before. Well, that lighter brown plus this one, right? We're going to add a little bit there. Now, if you wanted to, you could use your Prismacolor white on the Galaxy one, but it will lighten it. So I'm not going to do that for mine, but you could if you want to. All right, so now we're going to get some browns to do her hair. So I like using dark chocolate brown because it's like the darkest brown that I have short of using the black. So we're going to grab dark, actually no, you know what? We're going to do a little bit of a cooler brown versus a red. Now, when I say a cooler brown, that's because I can look at this brown and I can see, so this is more of like a reddish brown. I guess this is a little bit more in the yellow family, so it might still be considered warm, but it's not nearly as warm as this one. So when I'm describing the two, I would call this one a cooler brown and this one a warmer brown. And what I mean by that, if you have a color wheel, and if you don't, you can do exclamation point color wheel. Okay, and that will give you a link to where you can pick up a color wheel. It's super handy, especially if you have a hard time choosing colors. But cool versus warm is essentially, you've got your warm colors on this side, your yellows, your oranges, your reds, your red violet. Your cool colors are all going to be your greens and your blues and your violet. Okay, so think, you know, think blue, cold, red, hot. Basically everything on this side is a warm color, everything on this side is a cool color. So what you can do is you can look at your colors, like especially when you've got sections of colors that are next to each other. Okay, so let's take greens for example. Okay, let's zoom on in so you can see. And what you have here, if you look at this set of greens here, these are all cool greens. These, like these two here, this one maybe not a little bit, but these ones are warmer greens, but you can see because they have a blend of blue in it. Back to coloring, how do we feather the fur on the hat? We will do the hat in just a little bit, but basically we're gonna follow a lot of the lines and we'll add a couple darker shadows. We might end up pulling a little bit of blue in this, but it's just gonna be really light. We're gonna leave most of the white. We're just gonna be adding some accent colors to the hat and then maybe a little shading around the edges. So we will do that. But yeah, so these, you know, these ones are kind of in the yellowish family. So these are going to be considered kind of warm greens as well. But these are definitely cool greens. These are kind of warmer greens. So if you can kind of see what other, you know, if it's going to be like a red or a yellow blended with the green or a blue blended with the green, that's going to tell you he was determined to knock that fence over, wasn't he? That's going to tell you what kind of warm or cool family that it's in. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to grab number 71. We're going to do these browns here. Okay, so 71, which is Espresso Brown. Okay, and then we're going to grab, I wish they had some cooler, real light browns, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Okay, so 71, and then we're gonna grab 119, which is Burnt Umber. Then we're gonna grab like a putty beige from Prismacolors would be perfect here. Absolutely perfect. A girl can dream, right? All right, so if we're going from 119, let's grab 110. Okay, which is 110, 110. Let's see. Let's do Camel Brown. Okay, and then we'll grab Cream too, okay? All right, so we're gonna do her hair now. All right, and we're doing good. It's only 10:09. I could definitely see us getting this done in time. Although I realized we didn't do her lips. Here, we're gonna do her lips real quick. Let's grab Pink Macaron real quick, because that's a nice light color. So we're gonna do her lips real quick. So grab Pink Macaron and Salmon Pink, okay? Can we zoom in any closer? There we go. All right. So Laura's got kind of like a line here. You want to follow that a little bit with your darker color. That's where, so you can leave a highlight. Okay, so we're gonna use Salmon Pink a little bit in the corners here. Okay, there. What you doing, Paul? Alright, Salmon Pink here. Alright. Oh, that's my leg. And he's back. Now sitting the other direction. There he is. There he is. All right, then we're gonna use Pink Macaron. Okay. Mom's trying to get him to attack the string, but he's almost unamused. Almost unamused. I mean, what cat can resist a string? All right, then we're gonna add a little bit of that cream there. And I think actually we'll just leave that as is. Let's see. JoBeth says, Emily, thank you for the live stream. I have to go lie down, falling asleep. Take care, everyone. Sounds good, JoBeth. Get some rest. We will see you around. All right, I'm going to sharpen this here. We're going to do her hair. And then after her hair, all we'll have is background, hat fluff, and her eyes. Okay, so we're going to use, let's see, that's Burnt Umber. We're going to start with Espresso Brown, okay? That needs to be a tad sharper. I like a nice fine point, you know? There we go. All right. Using this darkest color in a lot of the shaded areas that Laura has already indicated. Like I said, it's great that she does that because it kind of gives you a guideline to follow. Hi, kitty. What you doing? There you go. He sort of like settles and then resettles. He's not sure what he wants. I went over the lines a little bit with that skin tone, so I'm going to press just a little bit harder down here at the bottom of her hair. Just get a little bit of that definition. Right, Joanna? It's great. Gives you a nice little guidelines if you're struggling to figure out where to put your shadows, you know? All right, then we're gonna go here. We're gonna do this other side. And then, like I said, for the stars on the galaxy, we're going to be adding that very last. Okay, so that's our brown. Let's see. Oh, Emily, can I do a color along with your poinsettia? Of course, Joanna. We are going to be, so my day is the 21st, and so it falls on like a Saturday or Sunday. I can't quite remember, but we're going to be doing a special weekend stream for the poinsettia. So yeah, I will be live to color the poinsettia on stream if you would like to join us. I want to say it's a Saturday, but I could be wrong. Anyway, the point is, that particular weekend, we are going to go live so we can color that one on stream. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay. We're using burnt umber, by the way. I couldn't remember if I mentioned that. Saturday? Okay, yes. Mother has confirmed it is a Saturday. There you go. Using that burnt umber here. And we may go back in with some jade green to add a little bit of contrast to this. Thanks so much, Kimmy. Go. All right, that's the burnt umber. Will we be going back to the bird page later? Oh yes, most definitely, Kathy. So the way that it works is I color one thing in evening streams and then one thing during the daytime streams, because there are some people that can only make it to the daytime and only make it to the nighttime. And so I figure if I did like the same thing all the time, it wouldn't be fair because they wouldn't be able to be here for it. So our next night stream, unfortunately, it won't be Friday because I have an art show, but our next night stream will be next Friday. I may try and squeeze in another night stream because that is really far away since the last night stream, and I felt bad for having to cancel twice this week. So I may try and squeeze in another night stream. We'll see kind of how the rest of the week plays out. But yes, when we do night streams, we'll be working on the bird, which I have right here. So for those of you curious what she is asking about, this is our other page that we're working on. So our last part that we did is we did the outside border and we did the inside background there, kind of a tan. So this is the page that she's talking about that we're working on. But I'll save that one for night streams. All right, so now we're gonna use Camel Brown, which is 110. Okay. So, kind of going over those highlight areas a little bit. And then we'll probably do another layer of this just to darken it up a little bit. Look at that, her hair's coming out more blonde than it is brown. I think when we go back over the second time, I will need to add more brown. There we go. Yeah, we definitely need to add more brown. That's blonde. That's not brown. That's coming out blonde. So, yeah, we're going to be adding a tad more brown here. Do I have 60 out? I feel like I should use 60. Yeah, we're going to grab hazelnut brown too. Okay, thanks. I'm going to continue with the leaves and I might be able to keep up. Sounds good. Yeah, and that other poinsettia too. Whenever we finish that one, I am planning on doing that other poinsettia for before stream also. Yeah, this hair is way too blonde. So we're going to do espresso brown. That's one nice thing about layers. It's like you can do your your first set of layers and then be like, oh, okay, now we're gonna change it back up again. But now it's like we've got this nice camel color as the highlight. But I definitely wanted her hair more brown than blonde, because blonde would change the whole color scheme. We're just using Espresso brown right now. All right, that's that Espresso brown. All right, and then let's grab our burnt umber. We're gonna go over that a little bit. We still wanna make sure, even though it was kind of blonde, we wanna make sure we leave that highlight as well. But we're gonna go over with this hazelnut brown, and it's a little bit more of a warmer brown, so I think it'll pop a little bit, and maybe tone down the blonde just a smidge. Because we don't want like sandy blonde. I was hoping for a brunette. But, you know, sometimes you get things down on paper and you're just like, why didn't that work the way that I intended, you know? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and grab... Oh, now I see the browns coming in. Okay, good. Yeah, that was way too blonde before. Thanks, Joanna. All right, so hazelnut brown now. One nice thing about doing layers with pencils, too, is that you don't have to wait for your colors to dry. You know what I mean? There we go. Now that brown's coming out. Go over that yellow just a tad. We want to make sure we still keep our highlights, but I also, like I said, want it to be more brown than like an ash blonde, you know? Over the line just a tad. It's our handy dandy mono eraser here. Just a bit. Erases it a little bit. Okay, so hazelnut brown again. Define that edge there. There we go. Well, I was so glad that Laura's picture fell on the 4th for the day that I was streaming, just because I've really been looking forward to doing this picture. Like I said, she's such a wonderful artist, and it's just, it's a pleasure coloring pretty much anything she's drawn. I will say that Camel still makes it look a bit more blonde than I would like, but I think maybe we'll just add in a little bit more of our darker browns to balance it out. Okay, so we're going to kind of fill that in a little bit. Get rid of a bit more of that yellow. Aw, thanks, Joanna! Right, Laura? She is. Or right, Joanna. Laura is. There we go. Yeah, she's super talented. It's just, it's amazing. All right, we're going to use Espresso Brown again. Let's add a little bit on this section here. I'm not quite sure what's creating those little dots, but oh well. When you do something this close, it's hard to avoid little smudges or things that got messed up or whichever. Okay, so espresso brown. Some of these darker areas. I am pushing a little bit harder now, just because I really want to get in that brown here. I think I might have a sneeze coming, but I don't know. Feels like it, but maybe it'll go away. You ever feel like that? Like you're on the threshold of a sneeze?
Or a cough.
Or a cough, yeah. And then what's worse is when you start to sneeze and then you suddenly lose it. Okay, so it's not quite a dark brown, but we've got kind of like a light brown going on. I like that. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's go ahead and do her eyes real quick, okay? So we're gonna do her eyes. I want to do a nice bright blue for her eyes. So let's grab 104, which is Mykonos blue. And then we're gonna use the cream also because it's such a small area. You need to use some high contrasting colors, you know, like blue and cream are very different if you want any kind of variation in eye color to stand out. So for this, what I'm gonna go ahead and do for you is I'm gonna lower the camera just a bit more so we can get nice and close, okay? And like I said, because I printed mine bigger, I have a little bit more leeway, so please don't feel frustrated if you can't get quite that level of detail if you printed it out on a regular computer. Okay, so we're gonna start with Mykonos blue. Make sure everyone can see, okay? We're gonna add, we want the blue to stand out the most, so we're gonna color most of it blue, and we're leaving just a little white spot at the bottom, which is what we will fill in with the cream. But we want a nice bright blue eye to kind of match that galaxy outfit. Aw, thanks, Sophia! Sounds good, Kimmy. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye, Kimmy.
Mother says bye. Here we go. We're gonna use, and because of that, it's like kind of coming out greenish a little bit, like the little yellow is. But I think that that's good. We could always, if for some reason it ended up more green than you wanted to, you can take something like your Prismacolor white. Sharpen that to a nice fine point because it is such a tiny spot. Okay. We're going to take this right on the yellow. There we go. And then just blend it just a tad, and it just kind of takes a little bit of that yellowish out there. Okay. So now she's got some bright blue eyes. That's good. Okay. So now we've got her hat and her fluff. So we're going to grab our lightest colors that we used for the galaxy colors. All right, we're going to grab our Sapphire blue, our Ube. Now we used Plum purple for the hat, but it's a little too bright for what I want to do for the hat. So what we're going to use is pink macaron. Pink macaron. It's one O, so it's not macaroon. Macaron? I think it's macaron. I'm going to stop saying macaron. But we're going to use that one because it is a nice light pink. And so we are just going for little subtle, colorful highlights on the hat to help kind of tie in the galaxy theme, okay? So we've got, for the hat fluff, we're going to use Sapphire blue, Ube purple, and pink macaron, okay? So that is what we're going to use for just the highlights, okay? And I'm just going to kind of do it, not sporadically, but, you know, you can look at the lines on the hat and kind of follow that as well, all right? So we're going to do all the Sapphire blue spots first, okay? Looks so cozy with it being so fuzzy. I'm going to turn down the contrast on this just a bit because it is a little bit bright. There we go. And you can see, you can barely see it. In person, you can see probably a little bit more blue, but the idea is you still want the main part of the fluff to be white. You're just adding in, you know, a few of your own little touches here to tie it all in. Okay, so we're going to add in a little bit of blue here. All right, we're gonna leave it at that for now, and we're gonna go ahead and add the ube. Not too much, just enough. Okay, and then we're gonna grab our pink. Oh, thanks, Leslie. Ariane says, bye guys, I have to have some lunch. It's already 1:30. Sounds good, Ariane. Have a great lunch. Thanks for hanging out. All right, so pink macaron. Okay. So like I said, not much, just enough to add little accents. So that's probably all of the color I'm going to add on that, but it's just enough to kind of bring it to life just a little bit. Okay, so for the most part, well, not for the most part, she is done. What we need to do now is we need to do a bit of a background, which I haven't quite decided yet. We still have a half an hour, so I think we'll get this done, because after the background, then we will add the stars. I think I want to do green. I think I want to do green on her, like a darker green. So we are actually going to start out with a gray color. We're going to start out with number 120. Let's see. Got kind of green, cloudy grays, but we are going to grab 120, if I can find it, which is charcoal gray. Okay, then we're going to add jade green. And then we're going to use number 92, which is fern green. And I'm going to get a drink of water. And you know what? Well, we got that charcoal. No, I'm not going to use black. Should I use black? Yeah, you know what? I am going to grab black. Which tray is it in? Blacky, black, 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 black. Okay, that's noir. What color is this? This is forest green, which is 41. Nah, we don't need that one. Okay, yeah, we're going to do this kind of dark-ish, okay? So fern green, I think, is going to be our lightest color. Yeah, I think fern green will be our lightest color. We're going to move these pencils out of the way here. I'm in Christmas run mode. Hubby and I are doing many Santa visits. Awesome. Yeah, we are visiting Santa this weekend. Kids will love it. All right, here we go. And I'm going to move this because the cat is not in the lap anymore. I know you can't like the little one. It's not super close up to her, but it's nice because it just gives you, you know, a second view of where my hands are at. All right, we are almost done, chat. Home stretch, home stretch. It's a nice thing about it being so small. It's, you know, you can complete it in one stream. Right, Leslie? She did such a good job. It was absolutely wonderful. She's so talented. Okay, here we go. All right, now I'm going to zoom in this just enough so we can see the whole thing, and I am going to lighten this just a tad. So glad I figured out how to lighten things like in camera. It has made a world of difference. There we go. Okay, thanks, Abby. All right, here we go for Ms. Rafferty's background here. Okay, so we are going to start with Noir. Actually, here, I forgot to let you screenshot our colors here. Okay, so we have Noir, we have Charcoal Gray, Jade Green, and Fern Green, okay? So feel free to screenshot those if you're on your phone. We are Santa and Miss Claus. Oh, that's awesome. Excuse me. Yeah, so feel free to screenshot that. I'm gonna grab a cough drop real quick. Sometimes my throat just gets a little dry and water just doesn't cut it. All right. All right, so we're gonna start with Noir. Okay. Move that a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. And we're gonna kind of go in all four corners here. We're gonna start out light. We can always go darker. Joanna is so lovely. The joy you must bring to so many kiddos. Oh, definitely, Leslie. Oh, and you bring puppies? Gosh, you must be the best Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, like, ever. Not only are you Santa, but you bring puppies. Okay, we're just doing these corners here. Like I said, I start with a light hand, especially when I'm using black, because black is definitely something hard to go back on. There's the black. Says, I bet Joanna, animals have a healing power of their own. Oh, most definitely, Leslie. Most definitely. All right, now we're going to use charcoal gray. Oh, well, our puppies are Great Pyrenees. They're more like polar bears. But everybody loves a polar bear at Christmas. So, yeah, either way, I think it's a win-win. I bet you guys are pretty popular. All right, so like I said, we're using charcoal now. I really kind of wanted a dark one. I did a green background on this one, but it ended up pretty light. So I wanted to do, since we're doing galaxy, it's not quite a night sky, but it's dark enough that I think we might be able to add some stars on here also. I think the stars are really going to bring it together. Oh, pressed too hard there. I accidentally dinged it. Oh, well, it happens. Probably by the time I'm done coloring this, it'll be all covered up. Thanks, Leslie. Yeah, I've been practicing with nail stamping. So I did snowflakes. I finally found a good top coat that doesn't smear it. Like I said, we're using charcoal gray right now. We're actually going to add a bit of this charcoal gray here, kind of at the base where her shirt meets the background, and maybe a little bit right here. Just a tad. You know what? Let's see, where'd my eraser go? I take it back. I don't want to add that under the hat. They do. They love we have shown staff goes nuts. Oh my gosh, I would too. Great Pyrenees has got to be so cuddly. All right, now we're going to go ahead and add our jade green. Oh wait, did I add charcoal here? If I did, I certainly didn't fade it out very well. We'll add a tad more here. Okay, so jade green now, and I'm going to go over all the black and the gray here, so it still brings in a nice kind of green color. Go. We're getting in that nice jade green, starting to come together. Let's see. It's our labor of love. Oh, for sure. The joy on the children's face is rewarding enough. Oh, most definitely. I have to try nail stamping. It's so cute. Oh, yeah, it's great. And I found that, like, the brand Sinful Colors, it's a really inexpensive brand, but it does really good for nice opaque nail polish to use for the stamping. Leslie says, well, just popped in to say hi, going back to bed. 3:41 a.m. here. Oh my goodness. We'll watch back tomorrow. Sounds good, Leslie. Well, thanks for popping in. Get some sleep, and we will chat with you later. Okay. More of that jade green here. Oh, most definitely, Joanna. Most definitely. Okay. I'm going to turn this a little bit because I want to get the right angle for the background on the screen, because I don't want to chance making my pencil hit a hard angle and then end up getting a harsher line than I intended. Especially if you're using a light hand, always keep the paper at an angle that makes your wrist comfortable. If you feel like you're straining too much or it's pulling too much, then you might just want to adjust the angle at which you're coloring, or even adjust the way you're holding the pencil. Do just a tad darker on the edge here. Then when we're all done with this background, then we're going to go ahead and add our white for the stars, and then we should be good to go. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and use Fern green. We're going to go over the jade green with it too, as well as the blacks. Let's kind of make it a little bit rich here. And, you know, we might add one more green at the very edge of this. Something that give it just a tad of a pop of green, you know, like a brighter green a little bit. Oh, it would help if I was in frame, huh? Professional streamer, by the way. So let's see, one more green color. Let's see, we were just using 92. I would love like pale sage right now. Pale sage. See, I'm like lamenting Prismacolor colors because I can think of them and be like, oh, this would be perfect here. All right, we're gonna grab 42. Which is spring green. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and fill in this last little spot. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to go over the whole thing too. Well, not her face, but you know, like the whole background. Okay, but again, real light. You do not want this super bold. The idea is that the background is just a subtle addition. You want the face to be, you know, the main part. You're essentially framing what you colored already. Okay. There we go, there's that. Okay, now I want to take my jade green again real quick. And I want to kind of green up this black just a little bit more. Hi, Brittany! Welcome, welcome. We are just working on our day number 4 of the Magical Advent Calendar that Passionista Colorista put together. And this is Laura Rafferty's, one of her additions to the calendar. And that is what we're working on. We're almost done. Which is good, because we got like 45 minutes left. That's going to be just enough time to go ahead and add our stars. Wait, did I say 45? I was reading it. I meant 15. Anyway, 15 minutes left. All right. Let's zoom on out. Here we go. That's our background there. Maybe we will go ahead and add just a little bit of jade here, just a tad. And just a bit there too. Yeah. Just a little bit here. And just a bit here. Okay, it's a little bit, for some reason that area is coming out a little bit more green than I intended, so I'm going to take this white and tone it down just a smidge. At this point I might as well burnish the inside of the lot of it, you know? Make it all the same. Okay, so I'm just using that white Prismacolor to do this. Almost done. There we go. There we go, that's nice. Okay, so now we are done with pencils. We are going to do our last step, and that is adding our white ink. So I showed this earlier, but for those that have arrived since, we are going to be using Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay White India ink. I like using bottled ink because it's very opaque. I use this. And I'm going to use a teeny tiny brush. You could use a dip pen or whatever brush you have, or you could just use your gel pens. But I'm going to grab a sticky note to set the lid on here. But this is my preferred white ink just because it's so bright. Right? Pale sage would be perfect. Hang on, I got to take my ring here. I can't grip this the way I need to. There we go. There we go. All right. You know, I need to shake this up a little bit. Might be time to get a new bottle of this. Stocking stuffers, am I right? There we go. Yeah. All right, we're gonna put that little lid right here. Don't roll away, lid. Okay, so I have this little bottle here, and so I'll just dip in. Well, I'll take the plastic thing off first. So we're going to add stars to the hat first, and then we may add some stars to the background a bit, okay? All right. So we're going to go ahead and... Yeah, we need to get a bit more on here. There we go. We're going to zoom in a little bit closer here so you can see what I'm doing. It's so tiny. Okay, we're going to get a bit more here. Going to add a little star here and some dots. Yeah. Little galaxy hat. I'm using my squares as gift tags. Oh, I like that, Joanna. Are you mounting them onto something harder, or are you just printing them on a nice hard cardstock? What's your plan? And if you're curious, to keep my entire brush from getting too dirty, I shook it up, so there is a lot of ink here on the lip, so I just kind of dip it on just the inside of it there, inside of the bottle. And like I said, if you've got a good gel pen will work for this too. My choice of using the bottled ink is mostly just a preference. Oh, that could be pretty. We might grab some Stella before we're done here too. Star there. Oh, I didn't have it moved down. Sorry, chat. I'm adding some stars and stuff to her little shirt. There we go. Okay, let's zoom out and see how she looks. On our little galaxy stuff here. We're definitely going to be adding some dots around it. So gift tags, I like it, I like it. I think what I'll do is I'll add the dots like they're kind of like more, look at me not moving. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out so I don't have to move it. You can see the whole thing, there we go. Okay. Be careful not to smear what I've already done. Hard to see the white against the light green, but it's okay. We'll make it work. There we go. Okay, gonna add some here. Here. There we go. Definitely gonna add some here. It's easier to see these in the corner, you know? We're almost done, chat. Almost done. Hi, Brittany! no, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that clear. Okay, so that is that. I want to grab my Winkastella here. Make sure it's the clear one, not the blue one, because I had a disaster with that before. Okay, clear Winkastella here. All it is essentially clear glitter ink. Okay, so what we're gonna do, make sure I've got it flowing here. Okay, and it's kind of hard to see. Oh, there goes the pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and add it, and then I will show you what it looks like, okay? Basically adding some glitter to her hat here. Okay, now I don't know, maybe if I turn on this light, you'll be able to see the glare here. Okay, there you go, we got a little bit of a glare. There, can you see the sparkle? Let's zoom in. There we go. Now you can see it. It's subtle, but it's there. It's much more obvious in you know, in person. But we'll go ahead and add some to her hat as well. Can never have too much glitter, right? There we go. And we'll add some to her shirt without smearing any of the white ink, but I think most of that is dry. And we're gonna add some to her lips and above her eyes. There we go. Like I said, it's subtle, but zoom in a little bit. There, can you see that? A little bit of sparkle. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 10:56, and I think we have completed our Laura Raffaele original of our galaxy print little snow girl here, or Santa girl. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and update this. Oh, very nice. Here, chat. I'm going to show you this. My mother was finishing up days 1, 2, and 3. Let's zoom out here. These are hers. Don't those look lovely? Very nice. Good job, Mom. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it here. I will take some pictures of these and post them. Yeah, no problem, Abby. And then I'll get to posting these color names and stuff on the description below. But like I said, I lined all the pencils up, so you should be able to screenshot it. But I will get those posted. So anyway, that is how we did our little galaxy girl here. And I think that is about it. So like I said, Fridays has to be canceled because I have my art show, but I will be live again Monday morning at 9 a.m. Okay, and we are going to work on, let's see, what's the date Monday? Today's the 4th. Where's my phone? Let's see which one we're going to be working on Monday, okay? Monday is the 9th. So on Monday, we're going to work on Christina Noak's picture. That's what we're going to be working on Monday, okay? All right, so everybody have a great rest of your day or evening or whichever time of day it is for you. And I will see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend. And yeah. Oh, and thank you again to Kimmy for that wonderful super chat at the beginning of stream. That was wonderful. Oh, and look at that, guys. Down in the subscriber count on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, we have officially passed 8K subscribers. Woohoo! We are at 8,030, which is absolutely amazing. Which reminds me, I could not do any of this without all of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and hanging out. And I will see all of you lovely people Monday morning. All right? Bye.